It's put up till next year, right, Tim?
Absolutely. Welcome,
That's
everybody.
right.
Welcome to all the shooters, loaders, and casters out there. Welcome to another Friday night live stream for the Georgia Shooting Connection. Y'all may notice some missing faces, so forth and so on. We got Mr. Emperor is with us tonight, the crazy Scotsman, who is always great to help me when I'm needing help in more ways than one. And Mr. Ozark Spirits here with us tonight. We're obliged to have all of those. Sharenda was here, and then she had to leave to go to another work meeting. Hopefully she'll be back in a little while. Chico was held up with an engagement. I'll let him decide if he wants to make public what he's dealing with. And Kyle is at the shooting property. He was here earlier, and then he was in and out. So I'm hoping I get to go join him tomorrow. But with that, let's just go around and I think everybody knows everybody. So how's your week been, Ozark?
It's been good. It's been good. I've been casting up a bunch of bullets this week. I've probably cast 50 pounds altogether. I was rotating. Hey, Jim. See, you've been to the strippers today. You got glitter all over you, but we won't talk about that right now. But did 40 pounds yesterday. I was rotating through 3 5-cavity molds, and I did 40 pounds of casting in 2.5 hours. So I was my left arm was about worn out from that. So it's been a good day. I've been sizing them today, and when we're done tonight, I'm gonna get them all powder coated.
All right.
See, some hammers are being thrown.
Yeah. Mr. Scotsman, how are you doing, my brother?
Doing all right, man. Starting to feel a little bit better. I've been sick most of the week. Been busy, just working away and working on dealing with the government this past week. So hopefully we'll have that taken care of here pretty soon. But other than that, man, doing pretty good. And
well, unfortunately, you're dealing with the state of Georgia at this point. So my best to you, my brother. I live here and I know. And Mr. Emperor, welcome to our stream, my brother.
Well, hello, fellow gunners. How are you?
That's my buddy right there.
Tim, it's great to see you. I've been missing your humor.
Man, I'm telling you, this around here, it's been wild. It's been wild.
You need me and Scotsman to come out there and help you out, man?
No, I had some deputies take care of some stuff.
Well, they probably handled it better than we would have, right?
I was gonna say I can. I don't know if I got anything with the deputy, but the 44 will take care of anything else. So.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all got a problem with the Emperor, you got a problem with me.
Well, thanks, Jamie.
And there's Mr. MCK. Hey, Mark, you working tonight, buddy? Yeah, we've got some stuff going on in Georgia. We'll probably talk about that in a little while. But anyway, it's been my weeks are so hectic at my work, and I could explain it to you, but you probably don't want to hear it. Just like everybody else, you under pressure to produce, and then the more you produce, the more they pile on you, and just like everybody's work. Yeah, we have been, Mark. All the Georgia folks are gone. We just we got some Arkansas, Missouri blood in here. Now, Scotsman lived in Georgia for a while, so.
Yeah, and he lived in the Ozarks too.
Yeah, I was in Georgia for 2.5 years. I was in Missouri for almost 4 years. And I wasn't even that far from Tim. I didn't even damn well know it.
No, not far at all.
Tim, it was real hard for me to stay out of Springfield last weekend. Grizzly was selling all their scratch and dent and floor models at 50 and 70% off. Oh, it was hard for me not to come to Springfield.
They run some pretty good sales. I bought some router bits and stuff for little or nothing there.
Well, Kingpin, I appreciate that, but we do try to handle things with class and tact in the South. But don't forget that Doc Holliday was from Georgia.
Just remember, when Clash and all that fails, Big Board just takes over.
That's right. And do you feel lucky? Ask yourself that.
Man's got to know his limitations.
That's right.
MCK says he's liking that APP press. We've been seeing a lot of that. I want to thank Ocean. Is he out there?
Ocean's been doing awesome on those videos.
And Andy.
Yep.
And just because I love my brother. The West is not enough, folks. But
they're taking over Miami next.
Yep, they taking Miami next.
Well, I ordered an APP press a few weeks ago, and Lee has informed me that anybody who did not order one in December is back ordered till February 7th on the APP press. But one thing, they took what Julio's been doing, and they're going to make that modification that he made to the case head. You know, Hornady's been doing that for years, putting a little groove there for primers to allow clearance on primers. So I say, great job, man. They're paying attention. So you don't have to be a monster channel for these people to pay attention. So Julio, awesome job.
Absolutely. So I'm getting a little feedback when I talk from Ozark.
You getting it from me?
I think so, but I'm not for positive. But it sounds real good right
Get
now.
any feedback?
No, you're good,
Nope.
man.
All right.
So right before we went live, I got a text from the Emperor asking me about some 350 Legend loads. Now, Tim has the factory spec, the what would you call it? The
9mm version.
Well, I was trying to be a little bit more tactful than that. Those are
Hey, it is what it is. It's a 9mm.
It's the factory version, yeah.
Sammy spec. And I have the 358 that Kenny made for me. So I think y'all might see some live streams in the future of probably boring to y'all that don't have a 350 Legend. I don't know if we're going to go live all the time, but I think me and the Emperor and Willie can tag team this beast.
Yeah, I think we can.
No hard feelings or nothing, Ozark.
Not at all. Drinking cider tonight, Jim. Oh, yeah. That's probably the next caliber I'm going to get into. I'm going to beg, plead, and steal from Kenny for a barrel and throw that sucker on top of one of my uppers. And but my next purchase is I'm probably just going to get 4 uppers, because if this election goes wrong, I'll just keep them in the safe type situation.
I understand.
I said uppers, I meant lowers. So. No, Jim, I'm drinking cider today. It's a spice cider, hard cider. Tastes like old-fashioned mulled cider. It's good stuff.
Ocean, we were just talking about you, and here you come popping up. We wanted to say, all of us tell you thank you for the work you're doing with that APP press. There's our buddy Rune. West Covina is here.
We're international.
Jesse B.
Roll call, folks.
All right, let me do this. I can't do it as well as Chico. All right, but we got Vanessa Kitty, the Crazy Scotsman's here in the room. Kingpin, Jerry 1911, Ocean 374, West Covina Dodge, 6-shooter Texan. Edward Petty, welcome, brother. Vanessa Kitty, Jesse B Outdoors again. Eagle Eye Shooting, Kenny, welcome. Andre D'Angelo, have already said his name. Uncle Jim, John Fazer. Rune, did I say Rune? MCK. Blue Healer 260. Broke Loader. Uncle Jim again. Andy 79Z28. He's been doing great work with that APP press too. There's Kingpin. The Texas Outlaw Michael Sines. Jason Stewart. And I'm running out of room. American Reloader. Y'all probably remember him as AR Precision. I think that's the same brother that changed his name. Am I right, American Reloader? I think so. Rollis Carvelis. I hope I said that correctly. If not, I apologize, brother. And Appalachian Reloader. Daniel, God is my judge. I'm not Will Rogers. We're going back a pretty good ways. There's Big Al. And Joe Leadslinger. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I just got an update. I'm showing 51. To think that 51 people out there want to sit around and watch us talk about reloading and stuff. But, and there's Walter, Coach Brothers Firearms. Is Tread here?
Yeah, Tread's here.
Tread. Well, there he is.
Chris 338, he's here. Big Al. If you hadn't been mentioned, throw a thumbs up or a hello in the side chat, and we'll call you out.
Absolutely. We want to recognize all of our brothers. Let me first thing we probably need to talk about is our there he is. Wonder who that is.
Is that Chico?
Now that is a fact. Put my hand up. Oh, Cranky, what have you done? Video's coming.
All I gotta say is, Cranky, is it the 650, the 550, or the 750?
I think he mortgaged his house and went 1050.
Yeah, 1050 all the way, brother.
Yeah.
I think
Hey, you know what? If you can do it, absolutely.
He went to 550.
There you go.
Big Al's asking when we added glitter to reloading. About 3 weeks ago, Al. So somewhere, I think it was about 3 weeks ago we added to it, but just
case fill. He's asking if it helps with accuracy. It helps with case fill.
That's right. That's right.
keeps that powder down by the primer, sort of.
That's right. So when you got those loads where you got a lot of shake in your case, just add some glitter to it. It fills up 44s really well. Now I will claim Tom Sawyer on this one, but I did some talking, but I didn't do the actual deed. I was not the lookout. I did not put the glitter on the jug, but it had been a topic of discussion for a couple of days.
There's Candy's right. It's a tracer round. It's automatic.
That's
It does
right.
all its own for you.
That's right. I was figuring if I got one of these big 500 grain super deep hollow points for the SOCOM, if I filled it full of glitter and put a little hot glue on the tip and you shoot some steel, would you see the glitter? Jim says everyone's denying it. Yep. I think Pat and Mig are probably the most innocent in the group. Jerry 1911, yeah.
You mean Meg isn't the most guilty?
All right, I'm trying to do something here, and I'm falling way behind on the comments. Yeah, where is Willie? There's Lever Guns 50. Welcome, brother. Okay, I'll play along.
Well, look at that scrolling across the bottom. That's new to me. Look at that. We're figuring out all kinds of newfangled stuff. So tell us about Dead Zeros. I've been seeing some dates have been set and things like that.
April 18th and 19th.
I'm going to be on the Buffalo River. Dang. It's like the weekend after Easter, I believe.
It is. Let me put that in there.
And where is it again, Jamie?
Dead Zero Shooting Park in Spencer, Tennessee. And show. How's that? Is that better? Is that too much information?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. You got it right on the money.
Look at that. Look at that.
And we're expecting the Emperor to come.
I know Tin Man said he's definitely going to be there. He's already started loading for it.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not, Jamie. I'm going to have to move next month, so I'll probably be tapped out.
Well, if you can get up there, we'll make sure you have a good time. And I also have a sneaking suspicion of how we can get you up there.
Hey, Tim, what weekend are you moving? Or do you know yet?
I have no idea yet. I ain't even found a place, but I know I have to be out before the end of March.
Oh, the end of March? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you let me know, brother. I'll come up. I'll help you. I'll put a strong back and a weak mind in there for you.
Okay.
And then I'll help a little bit too.
I'll tell you, man. If you are able to get the time off to get up there, we'll get you there.
Thanks, Scotsman.
You worry about what you got to worry about, but if you can get the time off, we'll get you there.
All righty.
and we'll make sure you have fun while you're there.
Oh, I'll have fun. If I make it, I know I'll have fun.
There'll be 380 cases all over the ground.
Yeah. You get the time off, man. We'll make sure you're there. I don't know for sure if I'll be there yet or not, but and that's because of something else. But once I have dates and everything figured out, then I'll know for sure.
No, man. If you
All
can't make it, we're canceling and rescheduling.
I'll be there so long as something else happens prior to that or after that.
I understand.
But right now I'm kind of in limbo.
Rune, there's a company here. They're really a chain. Kenny, we won't talk bad about you, bud. Anyway, there's a chain here called Dunham's. Y'all might have seen a few of them around the country. DUNHAM apostrophe S. They sell a lot of team sports stuff, hunting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. Guns, bows, crossbows, so forth and so on. But every once in a while, they'll run a sale on the Remington R1 1911s for, right now, they got them for $529. And I think that's a fairly good deal. I'm just leery because of what's been going on with Remington and the group that bought them out.
I've not heard a lot of issues with the Remington guns themselves. Now the Marlin lever action, since with the barrels out of time, yeah, definitely. But that I couldn't tell you. I know Cabela's ran that same special for $579 last year for the 45 ACP and the Remington. So that might have been a Remington promoted special, but yeah, it was there.
Junkie, I'm sure somebody can pick you up. If you're taking a plane, you might want to check about flying into Atlanta, like Tread said. Chico's only like 45 minutes from the airport. I'm about an hour and a half. Kyle's probably an hour and 10 minutes from there. So we can.
That or Knoxville. Knoxville might be a good option too, because depending on what Insight's got going on, he might be able to pick you up as well.
Yeah, they got a regional airport there.
Okay. Uncle Jim, you would think that. And
Wow.
I'm still leery though of ordering I want a Marlin 1894 and 357 Magnum, but I'm still not crazy about the idea of ordering one online and having it shipped to my FFL, buying one sight unseen.
Well, most, and not everyone, but most FFLs will give you X amount of time to inspect it, look it over, and if it's not good, you can send it back, and they'll just send it back, and there'll be no charge. They'll actually reach out and charge the company that sent it if there's an issue.
Well, that's good to know.
But not everyone, but most.
You got enough dealers around Atlanta, you'd think you'd be able to find one.
Rollis, I think that the 700 is their bolt action rifle, and the 1100 is the semi-auto shotguns.
Yep, just keep your pocket full of O-rings and you'll never go bad with a Remington 1100. when they switched in the 80s to the O-rings, the rubber O-rings from the metal O-rings, they have a tendency to blow out, especially if you're shooting like 3-inch magnums or 3.5s. If they're chambered for 3.5s, they'll get over gassed. But it takes like 30 seconds to change that O-ring out if you're in the woods. So, it's just one of those deals. Go to Harbor Freight and buy the O-rings and use them.
Yeah. Or if you can find a good old school 1187, you'll be in better.
Yeah, 1187. Good old 870 pump will never do you wrong.
There you go. Ozark.
Yep.
Look at that. 225 piece. He's got plenty there.
Yeah, they got 1,000 piece set for like $12.
I think this was $6.99 or something crazy like that.
Oh, Harbor Freight's got their 30 cal ammo cans on sale for $2.99 right now, by the way. I don't know if anybody's been to check them. Hopefully they're the ones with the rubber gaskets in them. I have not heard otherwise, but $2.99 for a 30 cal can. Plastic. There's Mr. Pollard. That unicorn dust all over Jim's reloading bench. There's Lusky in the side chat.
See, what he's got to do is he's got to make a video and try to clean up that press. I'm not so concerned about the brass, but I really want to see him clean the press.
Oh, any oil on that press is.
He's cursing me out right now. That's all right.
Yeah, he's hitting his primer.
Wow, Rollis, that's the first I ever heard of that. 700
Right.
is a great platform. I'm sorry you had so much trouble with them, man. My hunting buddies got a left-handed 700 in 30-06, and he's had it, I don't know, probably 30 years.
Yeah, I've never
What's
seen.
What's the number to the old Remington pump rifle? What was that?
760 or
Something like that.
Yeah, 760. Yeah.
That's what the Southpaws used to always want to shoot was the Remington pump because they didn't get ejected in their face and they could didn't have to worry about switching over. 760. Yep, that's it. Yep, I wish they'd bring it back. The left-hand shooters love that gun.
Well, he had one in 308 that was his dad's, and we were hunting one day, and he called me and he said, "I gotta go to the truck." I'm like, "Do I need to come help you?" And he said, "No, I'm good." And what had happened is he was in this older handmade tree stand, and when he went to that first step, the first step out of the platform and onto the steps up, he missed that first step and fell about 15 feet.
Ow! Oh.
And naturally, he let go of the rifle, and the rifle landed barrel first and sunk up about 2 inches in the dirt, and then
stuck in the ground like a yard dart, didn't it?
Yeah, and so he said, that was the 760. He was hunting with the semi-auto that day, and so he went back to the truck and got his old 700 and 30-06. It's left-handed, and I don't know if that's such a good idea, but why not, Uncle Jim? Daniel and Big Al are talking about the 720 Legion, the SIG. Daniel told him to check with check with Pop's Quest before he did that. Glad you found it, OCD. That tends to be the unicorn powder. And not that I'm counting, but that's Ozark's third cider since we've been started.
Who's counting? And I believe midway through today, look here, speaking of a unicorn powder for me, Midway's got that, I believe, through the end of the month, which is today. They're waiving the hazmat and shipping fee if you buy $100 worth of powder. And they got the 4-pounders at a good price. So jump on that one. Free hazmat and shipping on their powder. So, and I believe it's only the Western powders though. So Alliant and Ramshot and Western and all that. But hey, Unique's been a hard one for me to find around here. So I got a 4-pounder of it, I believe, for $82, somewhere like that. So Midway USA, and man, they ship fast too.
They do. Midway's a good to deal with.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And they really support the community. I like their TV show, Gun Stories. I like that. They did Dirty Harry's gun this past week.
Can't go wrong.
No. And went through the whole process of oh gosh, what is his name? That developed the 44 Magnum. Elmer Keith, and how he came about it. And they told a story about Elmer Keith that he was up around Seattle somewhere and out on the outer islands, and he kept a 4-inch 44 just tucked in his belt. And one of the people in the group says, "Well, I notice you carry that pistol with you everywhere you go. Can you shoot it?" And they said he pulled it out. In about half a second of aim, shot a seagull out of the sky and put it back in his pocket. And there wasn't any more discussion about if he could shoot that 44 Magnum or not. Pull it out, bam, and shoots the seagull out of the air.
Never question a man that carries a 44 Magnum.
Not even in a holster. He just had it tucked in his belt. That's a big belt. Jamie Kyle said order him a 4-pounder powder.
Yeah.
So I bought the Unique, and I also took Tin Man's advice. Got some True Blue in a 4-pounder.
There you go.
So Tin Man loves his True Blue. A flock of seagulls. I'm not Will Rogers. That's a new name to me.
He's been on here a few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to have him. Eagle, are you talking about the H4350?
H1000.
H1000, okay.
Oh, I saw at SHOT Show, Hodgson, I believe it was Hodgson, came out with a new powder specifically for 6.5 Creedmoor, but it's useful all the way down to 223. So that's a new powder this year. We need Pink Shears to tell us about that. I hear you, grandbaby.
Yeah, she gets to squealing sometime. It looks like Michael's back with us. I'll have to check that one out, Daniel. Yeah.
Hell, I was there.
I think that's what I'm trying to think about. It's a ball powder. It's supposedly a temperature insensitive ball powder. and that's yeah. Johnny's Reloading Bench has a video on that. If y'all are
On H1000?
know the stable.
Oh, stay bill. Yeah.
There you go. Trevor's got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you figure out your crimp?
Do what? You talking to me?
Yeah. Tred's asking if you figured out your crimp on the Legend.
Actually, I did. What I'm going to do is order me a Hornady 350 Legend taper crimp die. $21 from Mid-South. Yeah, the one thing that the 1911 has in, going for it there is it's been around for well over 100 years at this point. It's all metal. It's got a hammer. Yeah. Revolver guys tend to migrate to 1911s when they start doing the semi-auto thing. Okay. I got to do something. Y'all try to keep up with the side chat for me while I do another banner.
Mr. Pollard says Lee has a 357 taper crimp die that is also only $12.
Lee does?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why did they sell me a
call it die?
yeah.
No, taper crimp.
Yeah.
Because then they could screw up and they want to charge you more money later.
Yeah.
Is that what's in the
We'll take it back, but you have to pay shipping. Yeah.
I got the Lee set, but I don't know how it actually don't even look like it crimps. It just kind of brings it back to form.
Yeah, it's a roll
Is that
crimp.
what you noticed, Jamie?
It is. It's a roll crimp.
I don't put much of a crimp on it.
They call it a factory.
I'm just hoping that there's a.
They call it a factory crimp. I'm looking at it right here in 357.
Oh, I have that.
But yeah, it's a roll crimp.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing lots of 38 357 now with my Rossi Unicorn.
That is one good looking rifle.
It is a beautiful rifle. The only thing I would ask them to change is the trigger is a little sharp. So if you get to working the action quick, if you brought your finger up and it catches under the trigger, you could potentially cut yourself. So I'm gonna round that off and just smooth it out a little bit. And stainless is a relatively soft steel, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
But she sure is pretty.
Jamie,
Sure
LBJ, don't order anything.
If we weren't on a live stream, I'd show her to you right now.
What'd you say, Scotsman?
I said, Lead Bullet Junkies telling you don't order anything.
I guess you got one on the way.
Well,
open it outside. That's all I can say right now.
I was going to order that today before I took his package to the post office.
Well, you said don't order anything, so I'm guessing you got another package on the way. So
cool, very cool. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm not a drinking man, but if I was, I'd propose a toast to that one right there.
I concur with that. I will toast
Cheers.
John.
Yeah, me too. He was.
What are we discussing, Chico? Yes, there is. Life is about to get a whole lot simpler for you folks. Starting probably next week, our live streams will be moving to the Georgia Shooting Connection channel, and I hope that's not a mess up on our part. Okay, what you're seeing down there now is there's a
So what you're saying, Jamie, is everybody that wants to keep up with the Georgia Shooting Connection live chat needs to subscribe to the Georgia Shooting channel, right?
yes, sir. And
That's
I'm missing my arms here. My brother Chico usually takes care of all that.
Hi, Meg. Bye, Meg.
Hey, Mig.
so he's your Jackson to Lee, huh?
Exactly. Let me tell you, when I lose Chico, the war is lost.
If I didn't
It's
have too
gone.
many issues talking, I would jump in and try and do what Chico does, but I'm not as good at that. But I would try it. But I know I'd get so far down, and before I know it, I'd be squealing as I'm talking. No one wants to hear that.
So we all need to sub up to Georgia Shooting Connection. So we can.
We also have a email address, and I just put it in there in the side chat. So if y'all need, okay, how this is going to start. If you can come to the meetup at Dead Zero, send us a email at that address and let us know. And we've got to have yes, and we have Instagram. We're on Instagram now as well. Chico's teaching me all about hashtags, y'all. So, yeah, send us an email and let us know you're coming to this email address. And we have to have a head count for Dead Zero so that we can get a per head price. If somebody could put a link to that channel, to our channel in the side chat, I'd appreciate it. Amen.
Willie Bullet Man.
Yeah, Mike Train put out a video about the time I was getting home today, and his wife was announcing that right now Mike is considered cancer free, and everyone who made a donation to his fundraiser, you helped. Thank you so much.
Scotsman, that took me to your channel.
Great deal. I haven't seen that video yet.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh.
Jim saying we're all going to get it. Like I said, I'll claim Tom Sawyer. I might have talked about it. I might have suggested it. I might have talked somebody into it, but I never did the physical act. I wouldn't even look out.
Oh, that's funny.
Michael has started a GoFundMe to help raise money to get his dad and himself moved back to Texas. I think maybe we can probably come up with some incentives to help that out and have a drawing or two. If anybody want to help in that way, or you can go to Michael's video and he has a link to his GoFundMe. So anybody that can help, it'd definitely be appreciated. And Michael's dad and his uncle, who lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, are both of them getting pretty slim on their health. So we're trying to get them two reunited.
Jamie, that's one thing I can say about this community, and I want to give Scotsman a big pat on the back because nobody here supports the community better than what Scotsman does. You've done a couple of drives like that have really been close to the heart, and I want to appreciate you. And I know there's times where we might have a little division amongst ourselves and we don't agree with each other, but we all come together to support one another, because I know if somebody outside our community attacks our community, we come together, and when we are together and we stay together, there's nothing stronger. And it really hurts me when I see infighting amongst our community. It divides us and it hurts us. So let's stay strong. And we might not all agree with each other and want to do the same things, but let's stay a community and support one another as a community.
And this is by far the best community that I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. And
right.
When it comes to that, guys, I've been here. Hell, I've been on YouTube now, 5-6 years, and one of the first people that ever stepped up and helped me was C-Max. And most of you guys that know me know the story with C-Max and what happened with C-Max, but
yeah,
he stepped up and helped me out and pushed me over the edge to get into reloading. And I try to continue that on and help out wherever I can and get people in the reloading. If it's sending them a $30 press or sending them some brass, whatever it may be. And the community that we have here is just absolutely fantastic. And you guys always step up to the plate when you're asked to. And be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you say on a chat, because you never know who's listening, and you might get a package in the mail. It has happened many, many times, and I try to watch what I say on chats now, because I realize you really got to be careful, because if someone out there is listening, they may send you a package.
Did somebody just read that when Kyle Lust just said a future wife? Did he just say that?
He did. So, Kyle, before you leave, or have you popped the question and she accepted? Are you officially engaged, or are you just dreaming out loud?
Explain, Lucy.
Or are you just drunk?
Yeah, and about what you're saying, we're in a fight right now for our Second Amendment rights. I'm thankful that we have YouTube, because without YouTube, I would have never met some of you guys, and you guys are a big part of my life now. And I'm not going to sit here and try to say that you're not. It's how to put it correctly. It's just, you know, I'm thankful for YouTube, but then again, they're violating our First Amendment rights because of our stance on the Second Amendment.
And it's the Second Amendment that protects the First Amendment.
Exactly.
And there,
You know,
there's
we
many
all
other
have our
people.
opinions. We all have, you know, it's just like the trolls that hit our channels. They have the right to say whatever they want, but they don't always have a reason. And that's why we don't go after the trolls, is because, you know, they do have the right to say what they want. You know, if somebody's getting belligerent in the side chat, yeah, we ban them because it's just not cool for everybody to hear it. But, you know, we're all brothers and sisters here.
And that's, you know, this for, especially for me, you know, I've gained a lot of family here. Jamie, you know, Ozark, Tim, all you guys, I consider you guys family. You know, Insight Freedom is probably one of my biggest brothers on here for sure. I had the pleasure of being at his wedding and signing off on his wedding and making it official, and that was something pretty awesome. So, you know, anytime we can stick together, help each other out, and be there for each other, it's pretty cool.
Oh gosh, our gathering out at Jim's will be a memory that I'll cherish for a lifetime. You know, we laughed and we cried and we had a great time, and you know, he opened up his home to a bunch of knuckleheads like us, and we glitter bombed. But you know, he lives in a postcard, and golly, what a great group of people. You know, we had the East Coast represented, we had the West Coast represented, and everything in between. And it was, you know, it was a memory to be cherished. It really was, and it went by so fast. You know, Jim, thank you. We love you.
Yeah, and that's
You know,
it.
and I miss every one of those guys.
The time does go by so fast. So whenever you do have the opportunity to meet someone or hang out with someone, make sure you take and appreciate that time. So like for Dead Zero, if I'm able to be there and most of these guys will be there, if you can be there, you know, if you don't make videos and you're just out there commenting and stuff, we still want you to show up. We still want to meet you and hang out with you because we appreciate you for showing up and being there and asking questions and supporting us. So
The thing about it is when I personally, I know Uncle Jim and I know most of you guys too, we all try to respond to every single comment that we get on every single video. And that's difficult at times because some of the longer your videos are up, the more views they're collecting in the background that you don't really know about, that you stop getting notifications for. And so those older videos, like once a month or so, I try to go back through all of them and find see if anybody else has commented. But that gets difficult sometimes, and sometimes I feel a little lame by just writing, you know, thanks for watching, you know. But what I'll say about that is, um, the reason we keep doing what we do is because of those comments and people
Yeah.
that are watching. If we didn't get viewers and comments, there would be no reason for us to keep making videos. So, you know, you people out there that are watching this, or you guys in the side chat that don't make videos, that, you know, you're what keeps the wheels turning in this community. So thank you, and we hope you can come and be with us at Dead Zero. Bye, Mig. Don't work too hard. And
That was well said,
yeah.
Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie, very much.
well, thank y'all.
Yeah.
And there's more to it than that. If we got a problem with somebody, be a man and go to that person and talk it out. You don't have to, bash each other, because
Oh,
this any sign of a fuss between members of our community, it's going to give the opposition encouragement to attack us that much more, because it says in the Bible that a house can't stand a house divided cannot stand against itself. But there are things more
that's right.
important than our Second Amendment rights, and that is our relationship with each other and with our Lord and Savior. Other than that, those are probably the most our rights are the most important things in our life, besides our connection to God, because without those rights, we can't defend ourselves and our families, the people that we love the most. And all you guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir, so I'll shut up.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to thank everybody that comes in here on Friday nights or any other time and just make a comment on somebody's video. You'll never know, unless you're making videos and you go and you read those comments, you never know how encouraging that is to somebody that's making videos.
And even the comments from trolls. I'll tell you this, I love comments from trolls because it just cracks me up.
They have zero videos posted.
It makes me want to make another video just to piss them off. So
there you go.
It's fun. We enjoy doing videos for you guys. When I started doing this stuff, I did them so that my nephews could actually have something to watch and see me a little bit, because the time difference, it's hard to always get to talk to them and see them and not on the phone and stuff. So that's kind of why I started some of this stuff. And so they could see kind of my passions that I have here. And it just grew and grew and grew. And, before I know it, look where we're at. And with possibilities.
Speaking of endless possibilities, welcome, Chico.
What's up, guys? Yeah, man, y'all are doing awesome, brother. Jamie, you did good, man. You always do good. Everyone knows we are our own worst critics on a lot of stuff. So I was listening the whole time on the way home. I was commenting in the side chat up under our new YouTube channel name, so everyone would be aware. And like Jamie said, and a lot of other guys were saying, this new channel is so everyone can find us. And I'll tell y'all why. So do y'all remember when I did the live stream? I hosted the live stream last week, about 2 weeks ago. The next day I had a few comments. Like, I know Uncle John's out there. He said he didn't get the notification because he was looking on Jamie's channel. So that was the reason. He wasn't the only person that said that, but we've had those comments and those concerns before. So that's why we wanted to kind of centralize our Friday night live streams up under one channel. That way, if Jamie's off or he's got prior engagements, that everyone could find us without having to go to search down the channel. So I definitely appreciate everyone who helps. All my brothers on the panel, even people in the side chat. I see it's a lot of people out there. But the reason we do this is for y'all, because we wouldn't be doing it on private chats like this every Friday night if it wasn't for y'all. So, you know what I mean? We definitely appreciate all the support and the feedback and the interaction. So,
has anybody talked to Nathan lately? Is he doing okay?
I haven't talked to him. I don't know if Jamie has, but I'm hopeful that he will make an appearance soon, or a video.
Yeah. I miss him, and I said so in my last video if y'all saw it. Y'all might wonder that You Got This coffee mug is one that he gave me, so I really treasure it.
We're fixing to go to bed.
Night, Miss Lisa.
Is that Robitussin or is that chemical?
Chico said good night, Lisa.
Good night, Chico.
I said Miss Lisa.
Miss Lisa.
Miss Lisa.
Cranky's asking me a question. Is he talking about me? One question, Chico. Kids? What the hold up? How many?
How many kids?
I got one. I have one child. Yeah. Just Carter.
That's all we can afford these days.
Yeah.
Isn't it,
Cause
Chico?
he eats like a teenager.
And he ain't one yet.
And he ain't one. That's
I'm
true.
just feeding two, and I'm still spending $150 a week at the grocery store.
So I saw Jerry earlier comment about he's doing a 6 guns video. So I'm anxious to look for see that.
Cranky's, he said, not you. Someone said you were on a date.
Oh no. I know what he's talking about now.
Hey, I probably shouldn't say this on this venue anyway, but we were trying to get together to talk about this stuff, the meetup at Dead Zero, stuff like that, stuff that we have to deal with between the live streams. And Kyle said we sent out a group text, and Kyle said Chico ain't answering. And I'm like, well, Chico might be out heeing and sheeing, man. And he said, oh, it's Monday night or Tuesday night. I'm like, well, man, he ain't doing it on Friday nights. Come on.
That's right.
We know where he's at every Friday night. Did he, Jerry? Wow, I got to go find that.
That must have been on Hangouts. Was that on Hangouts?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a group text, I think. That's probably about the last time we heard from Nathan, too. Probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
But I've got a theory, maybe. Do y'all remember how we got Cranky to do a video or make an appearance? You gotta use the hashtags, okay, in your video. You do a hashtag, where's the reloading press? And he may make an appearance. It may be a 10-second video, but
I remember that. Everybody put out a video, said, where's the reloading press?
that might be a way.
All right, so there you go, guys. We got a challenge. Everyone make a video.
There you go. So, what are you fixing to build, Ozark?
Well, there's the ass end of it, so I'll let y'all figure it out from there.
Yeah,
Is that
It's
an
a
SBA 3
pistol.
or SBA 4? That's an SBA 3, right?
Correct.
I like those.
My son's roommate is going on the hog hunt with us, and he wants a 300 blackout. So I gave him a list of parts, and he ordered them. And guess what I'm putting together?
300 blackout.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great hog gun, in close quarters. It's just right. So he missed a few parts, and I ordered them from Midway. So I got a QD buffer tube back plate and stuff like that for him, just the little things. But he did right. He got Aero Precision, everything in what is it, that desert tan, I think that is their color they call it, and then all the other parts are in black, so it's gonna look good.
It's cool.
Gonna look real good. But I can't show y'all on video since we're on live stream.
Yeah, well, you can do a video about it. Okay, so Mr. Emperor, while we're on here and before Eagle has to bail out, you want to talk a little bit about 350 Legend and what you're having success with? And because you seen my groups were pitiful.
Well, so far my best groups is with that 200 grain Lee bullet.
So you just
That
signed
cast bullet with a gas check.
Yeah, I have. That's the one I've been using in 35 Remington forever. And
Yep.
I size it in that to 358, but you sized yours to 3565, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. I just have.
Yeah, you've got to size yours bigger because your bore's bigger.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Here you go. 4198 with cast or H110 FTX. Push them hard.
That's right.
I do have some.
I'll be glad when I can get a hold of the Hornady. They got 160 grain FTX now just for the 300 or the 350 Legend, but it doesn't seem to be on the market yet.
There he is. That's who y'all been looking for.
Right there he is. Yep.
What's up, Duckers?
Yeah, just like Evil Eye said right there, I am just sure that Shooter's World Buffalo Rifle is going to be a good powder for that. It's also close to the what'd you say it was, Jamie? The 5744.
It ain't close to. It is exactly.
Well, now if you have any older manuals with the Accurate Arms loading, that's mostly what they used in 357 Max. So I'd say if you went up maybe 5% or start at their max and work up from there, you'll find some pretty good loads.
Okay. Accurate Arms used to be the distributor for Lovex powders in America, but Western Powders bought them out. So
Right.
Buffalo Rifle and Accurate 5744 is the exact same powder, just like what is it? H110 and Winchester 296 is the exact same powder.
Right.
The load data is absolutely identical. Now, 4198 is the next slower on the list, and it's the same as SOCOM, the Shooter's World SOCOM. 4198, IMR 4198, and Vitavori N120 is all on that same line. So the problem is, and what you said, say that again about 357 Max.
Say it again about what?
357 Max.
There is a lot of if you look in the old Accurate Arms manuals, and they use the 5744 a lot in the 357 Max. I'd say if you start with their Max and work up from there with the bullets that they have listed, you'll probably find a load for the 350 Legend.
That's interesting. I'd never thought about that, but it makes perfect sense. So
That's why he's the emperor.
Absolutely. So yeah, Buffalo Rifle and Accurate 5744. And that's just one step slower than H110 and 296 on the burn rate chart. And then Heavy Pistol is a little bit faster, and it's the same thing as on the same line rather as Accurate number 9. And again, that powder used to be Accurate number 9 used to be a Love X powder, which is D060. So I'm thinking Buffalo. I'm thinking Heavy Pistol and Accurate number 9 is the exact same powder as well.
Yeah, I've seen that on the on some things. But it also falls in line with the 2400 and H110.
So
they're all right in there.
Yeah. There you go, Cranky. Stu's World SOCOM, I'll need to look for that because H4198 can't be found. And 41 IMR can only be found in 8-pound jugs.
Mm-hmm.
But the Shooter's World powder, I can drive about an hour and get any of them.
What about, does anybody like BLC2?
What I have found out about BLC2 is it meters very accurately, and it is very good powder. You can get some real good accuracy, but one day if it's 50 degrees and the next day it's 30, it'll throw it off.
It's temperature sensitive.
Very. One day if it's dry, it'll shoot good. Next day it's wet, it won't, or vice versa.
You don't need BLC2, Chico, because you have Accurate 2460, right?
I do. I was just throwing that out. And what about H335? I got an agenda. That's why I'm just asking.
Okay, that's H335 and IMR 3031. I have both of those, and they're on the same line of the burn rate chart.
Okay.
Along with reload.
The only thing is the 335 is a ball powder, and it'll be more easier metering than the 3031, which is a real coarse extruded powder.
Okay. Well, the reason why I said that, because both of those powders right now, if you go, and these are, we need to get a sponsor from these people. AmericanReloading.com, they have their WC846, which is similar to BLC2, 8-pound jug, shipped to your house, $159.99. 8 pounds. Same thing with that H335. It's a similar. It's their WC844, 8-pound jug, $159.99. That's shipped. That's with the hazmat included. So I have yet to try any of American Reloading's powders because their stuff is military. That's not the reason why. I haven't tried it yet. Lead Bullet Junkie's in the side chat, and he's tried it, and he likes a lot of it, so he can confirm what I'm saying. They also have a lot of other stuff out there that has their similar or comparable powders. I'm looking for you guys. They recently had a sale on it, but the sale's gone. So they had a 30% off, extra 30% off of it. But yeah, I tried that 2460, Jamie. That did fairly well. It did fairly well.
In 308?
Yes.
I'm thinking about loading up some test rounds of that in 270.
It was a real fine powder compared to Varget, and it didn't smell as beautiful as Varget, but that's okay.
Varget stinks.
It's something about that. Maybe because I'm technical, mechanical. You know, I've been in the industry for so long. It's just got a smell. It's like
Smells
I
like
don't know.
ammonia to me. It's kind of ammonia smell.
Ammonia itch.
Yeah.
Let's see what else they got on here. They've got some good stuff on some powders, but I'm gonna have to try some of their stuff out. I need to contact them about some sponsorship around this piece.
I'll sit here and wait for Tin Man's comments.
Let's see.
There you go. Funny how that happens.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me.
Yeah. Trent, I lost track of what you were talking about, brother.
Oh yeah, smells like gunpowder.
You know, I probably shouldn't say this, but y'all know me when I say that, I'm going to say it anyway. Every time I shoot my AR, the 223, I don't know what it is, but and I love the smell of burnt gunpowder. But the powder they put in 223 smells like cat pee when it burns. Y'all notice a real strong ammonia smell when you shoot your AR?
Like Varget? Yeah. Yeah.
Like Varget.
Man,
yeah, it does smell different than your bigger rifles.
Tin Man, no, I didn't, but it's all online. I need to order that Western Powder load data book. I saw where Chappie's got a couple of copies he showed in his latest video.
I'm going to tell you, Powder, Western Ramshot Tack shocked me at what all that stuff, what all that works in. And I'll tell you something else too. That Shooter's World Tactical Rifle in 30-30, well, y'all seen my targets. I put 3 in one hole at 50 yards with it. But Chico already knew that was going to happen. He found out that was a good load before I did.
Mm-hmm.
Which one now?
The Shooter's World Tactical Rifle in 30-30. Who knew you could use a tactical powder in a lever gun?
Was that what?
I think that tactical rifle's a lot like H-48-95.
Let's find out.
You were talking about powders that stink. Any of the powders that have that anti-copper fouling in it, that has a real strong ammonia smell.
Does it?
I mean, yeah. Like CFE 223 and CFE Black, those both have that real strong smell.
Okay, so tactical rifle from Shooter's World does not have anything on that same line with it, but it's on the line right between H335 and BLC2 or 2460. Winchester 748. So it's one step faster than BLC2 and 748, and it's one step slower than accurate 2230, Hodgson's H335, Alliant Reloader 10, and IMR 3031. So it's right there in the middle between a whole bunch of good powders. So that might be why it's. And they don't list any of those 4190. I can't find 4190 there. 4198 is the same as Shooter's World SOCOM. which is it didn't Cranky recommend that earlier in the side chat?
Yeah, 4198 is a good SOCOM 4570 powder. Yeah.
So I might have to buy some of that SOCOM if it's because Kenny recommended 4198 for those lighter cast bullets. Emperor. Stuff like the
Right.
140 to 160 grain cast bullets. He got some really good groups.
Yeah.
Michael,
But they ended up being slower though, didn't they? In velocity.
well, that's a faster burning powder, but it seems like it. Seems like I remember that. They were a little slower. Michael, Hodgson and IMR they're owned by the same company, but they both are on the same line in the burn rate chart, but you still need to pay close attention to just because they're the same number and they're on the same line of the burn rate chart does not mean that they're interchangeable. You need to pay attention to your load manual and your load data for both of them.
And then always, almost like cast bullets and a lot of other, start at your minimum and probably even reduce by 10% and then work your way up. That seems to be the common advice, especially for American Reloading with their powders that's similar to those other powders I was talking about, BLC2, H335. They also have Midwest powders. And they got another one on here that says similar to AA 8700, which I think that's accurate, right? Is that accurate
Correct.
powder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they've got another one, Midwest 475 and WC something else. So WC 872 says similar to AA 8700.
The one thing that I truly love about Varget, it's an extremely stable powder. You can load it up in the heat of the summer and go out in the dead winter and it's going to shoot the same.
Right.
It's green, it's a stick powder, but it's incredibly stable. That's what I love about it. Benchmark's the same way.
What powder is that you're talking about?
Varget.
Okay.
Varget.
So look, I gotta ask y'all,
powder.
Since y'all know about Varget, are y'all familiar with any powder that looks like Varget and smells like Varget?
Benchmark is real close
Okay.
to the color and smell.
Okay. I bought I don't know, last year I bought a
Bacon. Are there powders other than Unique and 400?
I bought a powder throw for my Dylan, and it was like halfway filled with powder, and I wasn't gonna guess at it at all, but I was just curious. But it looks just like Varget, smells like it, but I was like, let me go throw this in the grass because I ain't taking no chances like that. I ain't that young and dumb no more.
All right, let's answer Michael's question right there that we've got up there, and then we'll catch up. SOCOM is comparable to both. They're all on the same line in the burn rate chart, Michael. SOCOM H4198, IMR 4198, and the Vitavori powder, which I don't think, N120. So, yeah, they're all on the same line in the burn rate chart.
Just remember, one of the biggest things, especially if you're starting with a new powder you haven't used before, is look at multiple books. Don't just look at one, look at multiple, compare the data, and then kind of go middle in the road. And even Julio was out there and he said, sometimes 10% is not enough as well. So you really got to kind of judge it depending on what kind of bullet you're using, but always compare data in multiple manuals before you even attempt to play with a new powder. I think I looked at 4 or 5 different manuals before I did my 44 Magnum loads.
So 10 men, email it to everybody, buddy. Oh, got it.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I've been looking it up online. You know, all the powder companies got their load date online.
Does Hornady?
Hornady only for their non-published stuff. Anything that's not in the manual, Hornady puts in there. So if it's a new powder or a new caliber or a new bullet or something like that, and they've actually tested it, they'll put it online.
Yeah. That's what you got to do, Michael.
Brother Gene, reloaded from the hot pot. Hey, man. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
I seen a comment, American Reloader. He said there's a lot of people not being counted on these live streams. People watch them on their smart TV and they're not counted. It's very possible. Anything's possible with anyone's platform, and that's just the unfortunate truth about it. But American Reloader, we thank you for being here, man. Even if you're not being counted, we know you're here, so we definitely appreciate that.
That's the part that counts.
Yeah, we need to get him on with us, and I want to get him and Ghost Rider, both of them, probably not on at the same time, but
yeah,
so,
American Reloader does a lot of those Mighty Armory dies. I see those on his uploads and stuff.
there's my brother, Warsaw Patriot. Chico, we've been missing you, brother. You wasn't here last week, and you was late tonight. Do that thing you do, brother.
All right, let me see. Let me go ahead and swap it out up here. Participants.
He might be doing a little dating on the side. He's just not telling us.
Look, very first one, alphabetical order. American Reloader, Cranky
You're ignoring the whole situation.
Eagle Eye Shooting, Ghost Rider, Henry Scrub, Jerry 1911, Lakeview Outdoors, Lead Bullet Junkie, Loads of Bacon, Ocean 374, PC Bullet Empire, Reloaded from the Hot Pot, Texas Outlaw Michael Sines, Crazy Scotsman on the panel with us, Tin Man, Tread, Warsaw Patriot, Willie Bullet Man. Then I got to show the chats because I don't know why that never pops up like that. It never shows everyone in the participants list. But if I start from the bottom, it's Tread, Andy 79 Z28, Chris 338's always out there.
Some people's privacy settings won't show up on that top list.
That is true. That is very true. Cranky Cletus. I said Hemi Scrub, Tin Man. I'm going back through Willie Bullet Man, Jerry 1911, Ghost Rider, Bacon's out there, Lead Bullet Junkie, Ocean. It's 53 of y'all out there.
So my only question for you, Chico, is do you have to look up?
Do I have to look up?
Is she taller than you?
Oh no, man. I wasn't on no date, man. It's hard to find a date because I'm no nonsense with BS with grown adults, you know.
Yeah,
but no,
there's very few of those around anymore.
Yeah, man. But you know, here's the facts about that is I've got to come to a realization. I'm a single parent. In most cases, if I find a woman well put together, stable head on her shoulders. She's probably got kids, and that's something I'm gonna have to deal with. Now, y'all may know from some of my videos, I be running to women with 4+ kids, and I'm like, nah, it's just me and Carter. That's a lot of miles. So if a woman had 1 or 2, I could work with that. But anything more than that is like a gamble. We got Mario.
Hey, she's got 4. She's done, I hope.
Yeah. I would think so too.
Chico, you have been in the automotive service way too long. The gal's got a lot of miles on her.
Hey, yeah. Now, see, that's the thing. We don't.
You guys
You know, we just don't like them to be all beat up. You know what I mean?
you just want to make sure there's no rust, there's no dings, there's no
Right.
damage. You know, just that body's got to be in good shape.
Yeah, we're not trying to replace no transmissions or nothing like that. But
What was Andrew Dice Clay's old saying? There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, her uterus fell out.
So, and a lot of you guys know last week I was doing some stuff in my community. So, and then Monday I got sick. So I'm actually coming around now. Actually, my son got sick and I got his sick. So, who else? I think I went. Did I miss anyone? I did. I'm sure. Probably the other 39 of you out there. Let's see. I think I got. No, don't let me lie. Tread, Cranky Cletus, Warsaw, Pony 47. There we go. Now I'm getting back to 6-shooter Texan. There we go. It's a lot of you. We really appreciate it. Like, if you guys just started joining, like I said, we've started a separate YouTube page for our live stream, so everyone could follow that page, so that it'll be easier to find our live streams. We had got some feedback that whenever whoever hosted it, sometimes if it switched, people was not getting the notifications, or they had issues going to this person's channel or going to this person's channel to find it. So that's why we try to centralize the Georgia Student Connection YouTube page along with a Instagram page, so that you guys can find us and stuff like that and contact us. There's an email, georgiastudentconnection@gmail. If you plan on going to Dead Zero, y'all can email us. I've already I've checked the email today, and I've got a total of 5 so far, and that's excluding anybody on the Georgia Shooting Connection. So
And I would say, guys, anyone out there, especially if you're watching or in the side chat and you guys make videos, do us all a favor and help share this out so that people know about it, and we can grow that channel real quick. So everyone's over there, so we're all in the same spot and watching and supporting and helping each other out.
Okay.
yeah. So if Jamie's out, I can host it, or if me and Jamie's both out, Kyle gonna be hosting it. So that'll be yeah.
Sorry, Kyle. I love you, man.
Well, will Kyle be hosting it, or will Baloo be hosting it?
Free ads red.
But yeah, so at least everybody be centralized, and they can say, hey, you never know. It's like Vegas. You never know who's going to be hosting it whenever it starts up. But at least you guys will get the notifications, and it'll be in one place. So hope that helps make it a little easier. I think, Jamie, next week, are we going to try to do it from that page? From that channel, I'm sorry.
Well, let's just ask our viewers, what do y'all think? Should we make the move next week, or do y'all want a little while to get used to the idea, or we just need to just slam it?
I think if for about a month or so, if y'all post it on your own channels, an upcoming event like that, and just tell everybody where to go, everybody will get it, especially over the first month.
Night 10, man.
Night 10, man.
Yeah, I'd say probably keep it here for at least the next couple of weeks. And like I said, if everyone jumps in and makes a few videos and helps people know where to go coming up in the future, like set a date. Get together.
Because I know. Sorry, brother. Yeah, because on the 14th, isn't it the 14th, Jamie?
The 14th, I'll be gone. Yeah.
Right. So y'all, I think we can do it on the 14th.
So that'd be a good one, yeah. So if we went with that, then everyone can go and make a video and say, hey, by the 14th, this is where we're at.
Right. Because we had already planned on me hosting it on the 14th, but like I said, the last time I hosted it, I had got a few comments and some private messages. They was like, "Hey man, sorry I missed the live stream," and I was like, "You ain't gotta be sorry, man." So to avoid the confusion and to get people to find us easy, that's why the channel was set up, and hopefully, like I said, we get our regulars back on here, and Nathan pops in when he can host it, or whoever, we can bounce it around. Everybody gets used to using it. And hopefully it makes it easier for all of you out there watching us. Thank you, Andy, for subscribing, brother. We definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I say have Vanessa Kitty host them all, because she's on all of them. She doesn't miss a thing.
That is true.
Yeah, I think American Reloader, if Chico can post something in the comments under the Georgia Shooting Connection logo, you can click on that logo and go over there and subscribe.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. And I think we can probably, after this live stream is uploaded to YouTube, we can post a link to the channel here also, so that it'll be easier to find. Like if someone watches this on a rerun, so they'll know February 14th it'll be hosted from that channel going forward.
Warsaw got a video. Listen, y'all, he's closing in on 1,000. If you're not subscribed to Warsaw, click on his logo and go over there and sample some of his stuff. You like his content, I'm sure he'd appreciate the subscribers. Maybe if he gets to 1,000, he'll do a giveaway.
Yeah.
And we got Preacher.
Hey, Preacher.
Preacher, I hope you can make it up to Dead Zero. I would love to see you and Ozark and Tim and the pastor come up there. That would be great if we could get all y'all. And like Chico said, we've already got 5 commitments. So here you go, guys. Chico put a comment out there, so you can just click on that logo and go to that channel and subscribe.
Hit the bell so you'll be notified of the. And I think so far we only talk about putting up our live streams, right, Jamie?
We'll eventually be adding some
other things, right?
There, but all of our individual videos will still be on our individual channels.
Correct. It seemed like simplicity kind of made it a little easier, or we'll see. We'll find out how it goes. I did get a message today on our Instagram page, or it might have been my personal page. They said, Dead Zero shoot me. He said, did y'all mean to schedule it for the same week as the annual NRA meetup or meeting in Nashville? And I was like, we kind of found that out later. We didn't know. It was kind of, we were at like Dead Zero's mercy, as far as setting that up. We wanted to make sure it was a good time where there was no big shooting events going on at that facility, because they do a lot of competition shoot. There's 3-gun and steel challenge and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it's Justin, right? Yeah, Justin gave us the best possible weekend, and he probably did that for that reason, because he knew a lot of people were going to be at the NRA meeting or something.
I don't think there'll be a whole lot of people at the NRA meeting. That's all right.
No, I mean, I don't know. he gave us the date but I had that question asked today on Instagram, so I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I wouldn't worry too much about the NRA meeting. I think we'll probably have more people at our facility than we will at the NRA meeting.
I'm cool, as long as we, we're gonna have our shooting bay, and then we'll get our chance at long range shooting. A lot of other people asked. Actually, one of the guys who, a Georgia brother of ours, he does big Instagram. He's got a YouTube page, but he's only got one video, and I told him he needs to do more videos. And he said, "What kind of event is this?" And I said, "Man, it's not an event like you used to, like a range day or the last event they did in Tennessee or something." But he does a lot of still shooting on some property that him and his friends lease or something like that. So I told him it was just a lot of us. What, last year was it 12 of us, Jamie and Scotsman?
Well,
Yep.
And a lot of Insight found the range. If anyone you don't know, Insight found the range. It's in his home state of Tennessee. It was a new facility, and it just so happened they had 1,000-yard range. And a lot of us are 1,000-yard or were 1,000-yard versions. So we kind of popped our cherries at that range, or 1,000-yard range. So that's all it was, and we got a lot of feedback from people. Enjoyed the videos, and it was kind of a short time frame we had to prepare for it, so that's why we did it again. So this would be the second annual, because last year would have been the inaugural, I guess, if you want to say it like that. So we enjoy it. We possibly plan on doing it every year if everyone continues to enjoy it.
Yep.
I got to say something right here that we addressed this earlier, Warsaw, a little bit before you got in. Let me see if I can put this up. When we are making comments like that, let's face it, guys, the NRA is not what it used to be. Maybe it is. Maybe I was deceived. But making comments like that is not showing unity in our community. And we have got to be unified if we're going to defeat the opposition. Any sign of divisiveness
somebody like that, if you don't agree with them, hit them in the pocketbook. Don't support them financially, but to trash them publicly, gives the opposition all the ammunition they want.
Yeah.
Well, Warsaw, it's like this, brother. I am a voting member and a life member of the NRA. Am I proud of that fact? Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know. I will say this much. There's still the big white elephant in the room when it comes to the 2A fighting our fights. Yeah. It's like, I became a life member years ago. I've now joined the GOA, and I intend to become a life member of the GOA. And I also want to learn to support those other organizations that you're talking about. But the key thing here in this community has got to be unity.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to be unified. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And any kind of sign of divisiveness is given ammunition to the opposition. And they're now doing this crap in Georgia. Now, it won't go anywhere. I'm pretty sure of that. But
well, same thing's happening in Kentucky. There's a big rally coming up in Kentucky, isn't there? Because you got a governor there saying he'll sign any anti-gun legislation that crosses his desk.
Kentucky went full Democrat. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. They went full Democrat, and so they're trying to push all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Jamie on that stuff. I don't. Unfortunately, it is a lot of division, but it needs to be minimal, if any. You know what I mean? Because like he said, that's just it's kind of giving the opposition ammunition, so to speak. You know what I mean? Or giving them a reason for other stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that the NRA has done that I don't agree with, and a lot of you don't agree with, and the way they operate and who runs it and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, we still got to stick together.
Yeah, he's not going to run it forever.
Yeah, Wayne LaPierre needs to go away.
Like Ozark said, hit him in the checkbook. I haven't sent them any money. I refuse to send them any money. When they call me, I pretty much tell them where to go in the nicest way possible, and that's all you can do.
Yep.
As usually is the case, Bacon kind of sums it up to the quick. Yeah, I became a life member a long time ago. I haven't been able to send them any money lately because I am supporting the trying to support the gun owners of America. But as long as Wayne LaPierre is the executive director, what kills me is, yes, I'm a voting member, and I vote for the the officers, president, and all that. But what does that matter if you still got somebody else that's running the show? But anyway, that's enough of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Warsaw, I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. I'm just disagreeing with some tactics that some of us are coming up with. And I agree with you that they are much less effective than they used to be.
Lakeview Outdoors. I did look into them, and I've been going through their site a lot. And they sell a lot of those trigger spring kits for a lot of different weapons. But I guess I just got to boil down to which one. But I plan on purchasing from them, so I definitely appreciate that. I know that was from a Instagram post. Let me tell you guys, look, I'm probably on Instagram more than I am YouTube. Maybe it's just because Instagram is it's quicker to post. If I post a comment over there or a post, I can link it or say, hey, look, new video up on TRN, new video up on YouTube. It's kind of like a screenshot. It gives you a quick glimpse of stuff. Just like the Georgia Shooting Connection new pages over there. That's I put the dates up over there for the Dead Zero shooting date. So I try to use all the resources we have or available to me to reach other audiences or reach other potential members of our community and recruiting them, or that's a bad word, not recruiting, enticing them. I don't know. But I think everyone makes good points about that. JCM said a good I like his point. Did you see that, Jamie? JCM 45.
I put it up there.
Oh, okay. I was reading something else. Sorry. Thor's that. Hey, brother.
4, Jamie. 4.
Treadway, all you got to do is go to back up and click on the emblem where Chico post something else on that if you can for Tread. He's trying to get everybody to go subscribe to the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. I think this is going to be a good move. And keep in mind that if you want to get in touch with any of us, you can send us an email at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. You got to spell it all out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just too much GSCs that could have been some crazy stuff that could have popped up, man. When I made the name, it was just some crazy stuff that could have popped up.
Hey, Jamie, can you post up Warsaw's comment? Not the first, not the second one, but the first one, the long one.
That one.
So here's the thing with that. The 2A is not going to die so long as we all stick together. We are the 2A, not the government, not the laws they throw out there, not the laws they try to propose. Us. We are the 2A. So long as we stick together, the 2A ain't going anywhere. It's that simple.
Yeah, y'all are getting way too serious. We're supposed to be having fun and toxin from the week that we've had.
Thanks for reloading from the hot
Cheers.
pot.
Cheers. Me and Scotsman are unwinding.
Try
Yeah, you guys are trying to wind us up. We're trying to wind down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, Jamie, we talked about yesterday. You wanted to visit a little bit about some scopes, the difference between the long range and short range scopes and tactical scopes and stuff like that.
Yeah. What really is the difference between a long range and a tactical?
To me, a long range is something that you want to shoot precision 100 yards plus. 100 to 1,000 yards is what I'm thinking is a long range scope. Where a tactical scope is going to be something where you can acquire what you're shooting at quickly, like a 1 to 4 power, which is my primary hunting scope is a 1 to 4, because you don't have such a narrow field of vision. When you're trying to find a moving target through trees, you can't do it. Well, you don't have time to stop and turn your power way down, things like that. When you're in a super fast situation, I want a red dot, because where that dot is where the bullet goes, but that's 100 yards or less.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I'm hog hunting and I've got a little bit of open country, I want the tactical scope. If I am in the woods, brush and heavy, and got to swing around stuff, then I want a red dot, because of the quick acquisition. Long range, you got time to sit down, you got time to rest, you got time to find it, you got time to focus, you got time. It's a different beast.
And even if you red dot, a 1 to 6 or a 1 to 8 or whatever, you're still going to be within that, max 250 tops, depending on your eyes. If you got really good eyes, you might be able to hit 250 with a 1 to 8. But yeah, that's kind of your tactical, and then past that, obviously,
Yep, preacher. This is my buddy brew. It's they call a lawnmower beer. It's just a good old light beer you share with your buddies, because that's what they're used to drinking. But that's the tap I grabbed. I got 2 taps out there.
Yeah, that one's interesting to me as well, American Reloader, for my AR.
You can call it tactical scope. You can call it a medium range scope, whatever. The Dems are going to want to try to ban anything that says tactical.
Yeah.
But, in most hunting situations, whether it be whitetail or hogs or anywhere where you're shooting a rifle, a 1 to 4 power is plenty. And now on my 22-250, where I might be shooting a coyote 300 yards away or 400 yards away, but I got plenty of time to acquire that target, and it's across an open field. Yeah, I want a 4 by 12 by 60. You betcha. I want to be able to zoom in there and looking between the eyes at 300 yards. So that's kind of where I am on scopes. It depends on what you're using the rifle for, is the scope that you need. If you're wanting to reach out there, then, put you a 30 millimeter 60 power by 14, go for it. But you got to have a reason to do that. And I get tickled when people are putting that on a 450 Bushmaster or a 30-30, because that's way more scope than you need.
And just think about it. I can't tell you how many times I've gone through 3 or 4 scopes on one gun trying to figure out what I want and what works for that gun.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take your time, and you might get lucky the first time. Just depends. But like for me, and I'm working with Kenny right now. We're going to try out one of the Arkin scopes that he has in the first focal plane. But usually for me, first focal plane I struggle with. But
yeah,
we'll see what we can do with one of these ones that he has and see if it's any better or not. But I try to stick with second focal plane. Seems to work well for me for the most part.
Well, when you're zooming in, that crosshair gets bigger.
Yep. So
and a lot of my long range on my 7 millimeter Magnum, my 308 and 22-250, I use the ACSS reticle, where it's actually got a rangefinder in there based on a white-tailed deer. So, if I'm a 7 mag situation where I'm shooting across open field and it's going to be a 400-yard shot, I don't have necessarily time to get my laser rangefinder out and do it, but I can do a quick reference and do my holdover at that point.
Yeah.
Oh yes, preacher. That YouTube took that video down because the Ozzy Osbourne video, I guess it was even too evil for YouTube. My video that I did with Preacher, YouTube took down because of a trademark deal. So they'll let me re-upload it, but I got to take Ozzy Osbourne off. I guess his wife is in control now. Yes, we do. And Preacher, I've actually got the scope for it. Speaking of long range scope, the $30 CV Life scope, we need to give it a torture test. I do have 24 pounds. It's off. I do have 24 pounds of tannerite in the back of the room there, getting ready for the hog hunt. So
24 pounds.
24 pounds.
So let me ask you this: are you going to torture test that CV Life by putting on top of the 24 pounds?
So I don't know if you can see it. If you can see them back right there, the orange ones, I've got 24 pounds getting ready to take to Texas for the hog hunt. So what we've learned is about 4 pounds is about the right charge for blowing up a hog. So if we get multiple boars, we're going to line up like 3 of them and go boom, boom, boom. So that's the plan.
You need to test that CV Life by putting it on top of all 24 pounds.
On top of all 24. Now that's what you do with Lee, the Lee beam scale, is you put it on top of 24 pounds of tannerite. Well, what we've learned, anything over 4 pounds just makes a bigger hole in the ground. That's all it does. The boom's not any louder.
I'll tell you that
our biggest shot is 14 pounds.
If you want to take down a tree, 50 pounds works. Don't ask how I know.
That's expensive. You could buy a chainsaw for 50 pounds of tannerite. Yes, at 4 pounds, you still get the pink mist, but then you get big chunks of hog instead of little tiny chunks of hog.
I'm going to pick up 2 pounds on the way down to shoot with Kyle tomorrow. Hopefully, we're going to blow up some Lee safety scales in the morning.
Oh, Cabela's has it, a 4-pack of 2-pounders. I don't know, it's like $23, $24, something like that. And just every time I've gone in there for the last few weeks, I've just grabbed one. that, and I've kind of gotten to the point where every time I go in there, about every 2 weeks, I buy at least 1 pound of powder. Because if this election goes wrong, I want to have plenty of powder and primers.
Yep.
Well, Warsaw, thanks for your commentary, brother.
Warsaw, we appreciate your passion. We really do.
We do.
Yes, sir.
And let me show you that one before he gets out of here. Yeah. But the way we do that is with unity.
Mm-hmm.
We need ourselves to be unified and keep our rights. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about is the Arkin SH4.
Well, to me, a first focal plane scope is a really good target scope. You want a real, shoot, aim small, shoot small type, because you got really fine crosshairs with those. To me, in a hunting situation, which is my shooting, second focal plane is perfect, because as you zoom in, that reticle, that crosshair gets bigger. So I like that.
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about right there.
That is correct.
Real quick, before I know we're at 2 hours, Jamie, but I got a question, and anybody can answer this, I'm sure. You guys know I have this bullet mode here. Let me make sure my camera's on. This bullet mode here, these double wide cutters, or they're wide cutter button nose. I'm looking for load. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for load data. Now I've been able to find semi-wide cutter load data, and I didn't know if anyone had any.
What's your caliber and your weight?
So these are 160 with the powder coat, and they're 358, 359. So
9 millimeter.
Do you have
38, 357?
I got a lineman book here.
Yeah, I checked in my lineman. I didn't.
the 50th?
Yes, I do. So
And what's your weight again? I'm sorry, Chico.
they're 158s, but they're 160 with powder coat.
There's a 150, but not a 160. 158 linotype. It's not a double wide cutter, but the weight is there.
And I got a lot of that powder to, I can do H110, Winchester 296, Unique, HP 38.
They got H110, 14.4 to 15.9, 2400.
Because I want to.
I'll take a picture and text it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I want to send some of these through my Rossi. You guys know I had these things cycle no problem in my Rossi, and I haven't shot it yet. So, but I'm trying to get. I like this bullet, for a target bullet. I like this mode. So,
Emperor. Tred's got a question.
Yes, sir.
Tred's got a question for you right there. You want to answer that?
Is he asking if it is the Lee cast bullet? Is that what he's asking?
He's asking you what you're using.
Yes, it's the Lee round flat nose 200 grain bullet with I use a gas check.
I do too. I have used some lower velocity, used some without gas checks in my lower velocity. But
and right now, off the top of my head, I don't remember what the velocities were. I was thinking I got somewhere around 18 or 1900 feet per second.
I think you were just slightly over 2,000.
Oh, was I? Woo.
If I remember correctly.
I'll get my book real quick.
Yeah, Bacon. I don't know if you see my comment. I coming up on our new channel, Georgia Shooting Connection. Both loads, but mainly 357 mag is what I'm looking for. For that bullet, that style bullet, with probably with the powders that I have. You know what I mean? I can't find 2400 readily available.
In lead, you go by weight more than style. So if one's a semi-wad cutter or full wad cutter or around those, your weight is, you know, is more important than the style of the bullet.
Okay.
Because it's not a steel jacketed, it's not a copper jacketed, it's not a, you know, a coated bullet. So
Yeah, I'm gonna play around.
Start on the light side and work your way up. Follow the rules.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I sent those to you about that.
Yeah, Jamie, I got 1852 was my high speed. That was with 22 grains of H110.
That Lee bullet that I just cast was supposed to be 158, but it's coming out at 165. So
I thought you were talking about the diameter when we were talking about that earlier.
no. Well, it's a fat bullet at that, yes, but it's also about 6 grains overweight.
And the great thing about wad cutters is they make such beautiful holes in the target.
That's why they call them that. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that the actual number tread, if you're listening, is the Lee C 358 158 RF.
Jamie still got me on camera. I just noticed
Sorry.
It's because you're good looking there, Chico.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You're better than anything on this panel. So.
Hey, PC, do you have that bullet or that mold, anything similar like that?
A wad cutter?
The
No, not for the 38.
38 or 357, something like
Look
that.
who snuck in here.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Rick.
I know you like your 38, so I'm gonna send you some of these, though, brother.
I have that mold
Okay,
too,
thank you.
tread. I think Tim, do you have that one?
Well, it went, but I did. That's a good bullet.
It is a good bullet.
That's these right here, but they're coming out at 164 and 165 grain, and they're fat.
Yeah, mine always come out 160 or 162.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was started sizing them, and I was like, "Holy crap! I got to lube these things," and they're still a two-handed sizing process.
Well, I wished I'd known that, Junkie, because I sent you some wad cutters, buddy.
I did too. I sent him some. I didn't know he had.
I sent him 50 of those that out of that mold that Michael Sine sent me. And Michael, that thing cast beautiful bullets. And with that, I put that that aqua, that turquoise. I believe I used the turquoise on those that MCK sent me. And that's what I was talking about. Our unity, guys, is we sit here talking about stuff like that. And like that rifle I just built. Kenny built the barrel for me. I mean, Kyle gave me a bolt carrier group. Scotsman sent me a scope. I mean, it's like that. All you got to do is say you need something or say you're thinking about something, and then next thing you know, it's showing up. I mean, you know, we're involved in each other's lives, and that's what matters is relationships, and that's why
we'll share everything but our women. So,
well, you know, I always said that the only thing I won't share is my motorcycle and my wife, not necessarily in that order.
But you'll throw either one of them on the back and give them a right.
Kyle has used some of my molds. I mean, I've took molds to his house and left them for 2 and 3 weeks at a time. And then right now, Chico has one of my revolvers, and
that is true.
I'm not worried about it in the least. You know, I know all I got to do is say, "Hey, Chico, can I borrow my pistol?"
Can I borrow my pistol back?
And you know, to Jamie's point, I don't know. Some of you guys know Eric, but if you don't know Ebomi, Ebomi is a good brother of mine, and I told him we're probably about 7 months ago now, maybe 8 months. No, it's been a while. I simply sent him a message saying, I need your 454 Casull revolver. Here's where I want you to send it. No questions asked. And he sent it right to me. Because he knows I'm going to take care of it. And he knows when he gets it back, it's probably going to be better than what it was when he sent it to me.
Are you ready for this one, Chico?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I know.
Bacon gets off a goodie every once in a while.
I know, man. That chronograph video was like.
That's because Bacon's chrono doesn't work. He keeps shooting it.
That's how a lot of people. I know. The reloading press did. You know what I miss? I miss him doing those recaps, and he did a recap. And just so happened, he had mentioned when I shot my chrono, and a lot of people was like, "Hey, the reloading press sent me over here. The reloading press sent me over here," and I was like, "Dang, that's okay though." But I just had to, to film. Well, look, I was filming it and I posted it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so I don't think I'll have that problem next time since I got this bulletproof glass.
I used to, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but it's the truth. I used to try to hurry and get my videos up by Friday night. Now, this is before we started the live stream. I used to try to get my videos up by Friday night so I'd know they'd be posted by Saturday when Nathan was doing all his video watching, and hopefully I would make the cut for the reviews by Sunday when he put it out. So yeah, that's how this community works, guys. I mean, that's
JRB says 60% of his views happen on Sunday. So if you watch your videos watch the most, put them up on Saturday or Sunday, and then they'll be viewed the most. So if you're into that. I need a Dylan press, Willie says. If anybody's feeling like donating. Well, there's Buddy the Brew Dog. You smelling beer, don't you? Yeah, it's homebrew. I knew you'd show up.
So I got a question for you. You guys will probably know the answer to this. 44 molds. And no, bad no to anyone thinking of doing anything after I say this, but don't do it. I'm looking for a key style. Am I going to have to go NOE?
Say that again.
I looked at Lee and I didn't see any kind of key style with Lee.
They do have a semi-wad cutter.
Let's say NOE's got to have it.
NOE's got tons of them.
Well, I know, but I'm asking. I didn't know if there was any other options other than NOE, or if they were the only ones that had the key style bullet.
I say Lyman should have plenty, but they're all going to be 2-bangers.
And steel.
Yeah.
Are you steel mode? Ooh.
You wanting 44 or 357?
44.
There you go.
Yes, sir. I was just gonna say that I got my eyes on a few right now. What Bacon did, that 429.
Yeah,
M&P. 429.
All right, into the 4 cavity. Okay.
I've got my eyes
Appreciate
on a few of them.
Thank you, Bacon. Appreciate it, brother.
They make that in a 4 cavity and M&P molds, MP molds. I don't know if you've been over to their website, but they make a lot of crazy stuff. They're kind of like NOE. Well, they're more like Arsenal, I guess. They'll make brass molds for you too. You can
Yep.
get aluminum or brass. I don't think they make steel. But basically, a Keith style bullet, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but a Keith is a semi-wad cutter.
Correct.
And Bacon says that is the Keith mold. That is the one he himself used. Cranky loves M&P molds. What Ruger did you get, Gene? Uh-oh. A hollow point semi-wad cutter is like,
Georgia boy.
where's George, boy?
He just jumped in on the side chat.
Hey, man, we've been missing you, bud. And you're here just in time for us to tell you bye because we're already 2 hours and 20 minutes. We got to be wrapping this thing up.
We were 10 minutes late getting on, so there you go.
We were, so we got to. All right, go ahead, Chico.
Sure. Guys, thanks for joining us. Sorry I was late. I did have some prior obligations that I had to attend to. That's just how I roll sometimes. Thanks for being here. As always, like I said, if y'all are unfamiliar, Georgia Shooting Connection now has its own YouTube and Instagram page. And we will be going live, our first live stream with that on February 14th. So if you're not a follower or subscriber, go over there and subscribe. I will comment in the side chat so that y'all can follow it. Just to keep everything centralized. We really appreciate all y'all. I've got some stuff. I'm so behind. I got a lot of videos to do. Some gun stuff and some camera stuff. JCM45, I haven't forgot you. I got to do that camera video for you. And I may have a new mode in the process that I will show that probably will melt people's hearts. Maybe, maybe not. But that's it. Jamie, are y'all going shooting tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going down to meet up with Kyle, Lord willing. You going?
I might attempt to. If so, I may have to bring my boy.
You want me to pick you up, or you want to talk about that in the after chat?
We'll talk about it in the after chat. But side chat, thank you. Sorry, I got off and started a whole nother conversation. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. I got a lot of videos coming. One thing I want to point out: 6 Shooter Texan, another brother of ours. He made a comment. It may have been displayed. I didn't see it. And what he said that grabbed my attention, and I totally agree. He said, make sure you supporting your local gun stores. Seriously. You guys know I'm a deal seeker, so I'm looking online for stuff, but there are a few gun stores local to me that I try to support and be a regular customer so that if stuff happens, hey, this guy spends money here, and I'll tell them, hey, I'm a deal seeker. Will you price match this? But
Chico, you weren't on earlier. Harbor Freight's got the 30 cal ammo cans on sale for $2.99.
Yeah, I heard that. And I use those for they do have the rubber seals in them. They do.
Oh, okay.
I use those for a lot of shotgun slugs and shells because I don't want to overload them and stuff, and brass, but those work good. But yeah, support your local gun stores and suppliers and stuff, and be a regular customer because any day, unfortunately, stuff could disappear or are used to buying stuff online. I want to say that, but thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Brother PC Empire, what you got coming up in the future?
Well, I'm going to have some 7mm and 243s and 350 Legends. Hopefully I can get some of that going for too long, as long as my life calms down. I get moved and everything, and I'll be putting that out pretty quick.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Be looking forward to it. Take your time, man, and I hope everything goes transition smooth for you doing the move. And it's unfortunate you have to move. I heard that earlier, and I've been keeping you in the prayers about that, brother.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sir. What about you, Scotsman?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm hoping I can get to the range this week if the weather clears up a little bit. Still get snow on the ground, but it's not as bad. So maybe I'll hit the range this week, hopefully, and get a few different guns out that have not been shot yet and put the first round down range. So that's pretty much all I got.
Awesome, brother. Can't wait to see those videos. And brother Ozark, man, I seen those 40, 50 pounds of bullets, man, on Instagram. I seen that. I was like, dang. So that's awesome.
So,
What you got?
yeah, those 5-cavity molds, you can crank them out. Loading up a lot of 38, 357. I got to load up a bunch of 300 blackout. Getting ready for the hog hunt. That's 2 weeks from today. And then I'll probably do a couple dozen 7 mags. My son, my middle son, Jody, he loves to hunt with that 7 mag that I gave him. That was my old gun. So I got to get him some cartridges going. Of course, he doesn't go through as many as we do with like those 300 blackouts. So, yep, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute blast, and hopefully the weather will hold out for us. But 2 weeks from today, it'll be on the annual hog hunt. So I think Bacon's going to make it, and whoever else wants to come on. Corsicana, Texas, that's where we'll be.
Very cool, very cool. Before I give this to Jamie, I just want to remind everyone, if you're planning on coming to the Dead Zero shoot up, y'all can email Georgia Shooting Connection at Gmail with your confirmed head count so that we can let the range be aware, and the weigh-in. They should have enough space for us, but we want to make sure we get first dibs at all that stuff. So the earlier the better. Just like you want to tell your jobs, you need to request a time off. If y'all will come and let us know, someone will. Thank you for your email, and we hope to see a lot of you there if you can make it. Go ahead, Jamie. I'm sorry.
Are you good, man?
Hey, I do have a request. Thorzak sent me last year some of those Russian bullets that he cast up, or Russian slugs that he cast up, but I don't have a way to load those in shotgun. So if there's somebody that does, I'd love a little help in that area.
Russian shotgun.
Yeah, the Russian slugs.
I kind of remember. I remember his video.
Yeah, these big bad boys, and he sent them to me. He said he wants to see what they do to a hog, but I need a way to propel them. My only question would be to do hobos or something like that, and I don't think that would do them enough justice.
Well, you might need to go visit Bacon either on the way or have him bring his.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he has a shot shell loader, which would be pretty
okay.
cool.
Yeah, bring a handful of them, Bacon. We'll do some test loads in one who's taking the room temperature challenge, as they say.
So we've had a fun time tonight. We had 61 or 62 on at one time. I want to thank everybody that came out to visit with us tonight. Thanks all y'all for tuning in. I want to thank the Emperor. I want to thank the Scotsman and thank Mr. Ozark for coming in and helping us out tonight when we were short-handed. If you want to make reservations for the meet up, shoot up, whatever you want to call it, the website is on the scroll down at the bottom, thewayyntn.com. Those very reasonable rates for the rooms, and it won't be bad at Dead Zero. They'll do us real well. I think you can come and have a pretty good weekend for a very minimal amount of money, relatively speaking. Gene, I hope maybe you can come, buddy. It'd be great to see you there, and everybody, even especially you guys that don't make videos, don't any of that stuff. Just come on, and we'll have fun. And I want to thank Tread for all his help, and Bacon, and again, Michael Sines. Go check out his latest video if you can help them win their fundraiser. And guys, we're in touch. Y'all be in touch. We appreciate y'all very much. And until next week, we will see y'all then, if not sooner.
Good night,
Remember,
everybody.
send us an email at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. And we'll get you some reservations made up. See y'all next week. Thanks.
Night, everyone. Thanks for joining.